What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you awesome watch content at least once a week. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland. And it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. In our last video, we reviewed the Grand Seiko SPG C230 Lion, which is a very high-end and rare piece that is loaded with features. I recommend checking this video out just to see what one of the highest-end Grand Seiko pieces actually looks like. In today's video, we have a new Aquis from Oris that is another new and step away from the traditional style pieces that they have made before. If you are a fan of red, then you will love today's video, since we are reviewing the brand new Oris Aquis Cherry. Now let's go ahead and do a wrist check. I've had so many messages about doing German watches on the channel, so I switched up my normal Clipperton that I would have probably worn for this video with my Mule Glasuta Promare Go. And this watch is actually the watch that I wear more than any other watch that I own. So I'm a big fan. It's just very comfortable, and I totally enjoy just wearing it and not worrying about it. So that being said, please comment below with the watch that you're wearing and tell me why you're wearing it. Now let's get on to the video. Oris's most popular design that most people would recognize is the Aquis, and this is a dive watch that is known for its simple, universally well-fitting and comfortable case. Typically with a ceramic bezel, screwed-in crown protector, and proprietary lug design, amongst other things. Today, we have a daring take on what we know, with a relief bezel installed on a vivid cherry red dial, and a slightly smaller than usual case width. This piece was created as an enthusiast watch at the request of fans from the different Red Bar groups, which Oris executives did online meetups with. The question is, are you ready for a cherry red timepiece? But before we move on, please take the time now to smash that subscribe button, which is below where I'm pointing. We are at 6% subscribed viewers watching, and the other 94% of you are not subscribed. So if just maybe 5% of you actually subscribed, that would be huge for us. So please hit that button. Now let's get on to the features. My measurements for the Oris Aquis Cherry are a 41.46 millimeter case width, a 13.03 millimeter height, a 47.03 millimeter lug to lug. We're going to skip the lug width measurement since it is proprietary, and a weight of 153.87 grams. The case is matte finished on the sides and has a high polish on the lugs. With a screwed-in crown protector, screw-down crown, and Oris's proprietary triple pattern screws to hold the bracelet and crown protector on. A big feature of this piece is the relief style bezel. And if you aren't familiar, a relief bezel is a steel bezel that has been engraved in such a manner that the markers are raised and the background is lower. And in this case, has a contrasting matte finish to the high polish of the markers. A dive timer grade can be found on the bezel. I'm wondering how a 41.5 millimeter Oris relief bezel sounds. So let's give it a click test. The clicks sound great and are very crisp, which is similar to the other Aquises that I've reviewed in the past. However, the action is very firm and the size is smaller, so I actually felt like turning it was more difficult than the larger models that I'm used to. The dial is in a distinct cherry red, which has a radiant sunburst style finish. Oris can be found in white at the top section of this piece. The markers are high polished and look very aerodynamic, with an open stripe of lume down the center of each. The hour and minute hands are lance style with a division in the lume on the hour hand and are in high polish. The second hand is a simple straight line with an orb of lume near the end. Aquis pressure resistant 30 bar/300M can be found at the lower middle portion. The date aperture is at the 6 o'clock position and has a blacked out background with white numerals. Lume can be found on all dial markers, the hour, minute, and second hands, and the pip on the bezel at the 12. The case back is open and shows off Oris's trademark red rotor, which states Oris High Mech. The movement is the Oris Caliber 733, which is a Salida-based mechanism that has a 38-hour power reserve. Beats at 28,800 beats per hour, has 26 joules, and while no accuracy rating is published, from my experience with these pieces, they'll have an accuracy under 10 seconds a day, plus or minus generally. The bracelet is a proprietary 3-link style Aquis bracelet with high polish on the outer links and matte on the center, which tapers from a 24mm at the lug to 16mm and then back to 18mm at the buckle. It has a folding clasp with a micro adjust. The Oris Aquis Cherry is 300-meter water resistant and ready to discuss with your friends at the Red Bar meeting for a wonderful $2,300. Now for my humble opinion. I think it's really cool that Oris did this to support the enthusiast community, and red is growing in popularity right now, and ever since the Grand Seiko SBGH 269 came out, I've been eagerly awaiting more red fun offerings. This one doesn't disappoint color-wise because it really looks bright in certain light but gets very dark in other lighting. The relief bezel gives this piece a great contrast between the bezel and the dial, and I think that they made a good choice putting it on it. The size, I'm really not so sure about though. I do own an Aquis, as I mentioned before, and it is a 43.5mm, which I'm used to. I'm not saying that this looks bad, and actually it does fit great on my 6.5-inch wrist, but perhaps it's too small proportionally to what I'm used to in an Aquis. I would say that if you have been waiting for a smaller cased Aquis that is fascinating, or are after a dive piece that is eye-catching, and perhaps you are ready for red, then this piece will absolutely be for you. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and share this with your friends. We really look forward to seeing you next video.